Magic Springs is an amusement park located in the state of Arkansas, and with it being home to over 20 rides and attractions, there is no wonder it is so popular. However, today we are going to count down the top 10 rides at Magic Springs. Starting off at number 10, we have Ozark Mountain Taxi Company. And no matter whether you want to drive your very own taxi or you are just looking for a fun family ride at the park, then this is a must do. The only thing is though, it is not all easy driving, as similar to such attractions as Autopia at the Disney parks, whilst you are carefully steering along the track, you will also encounter many turns, hills and downward slopes to throw you off course. Nevertheless, as long as you keep your foot on the metal and your eyes on the road, you are sure to not drive anybody crazy. Ding ding. It is time for our first roller coaster on the list. As for our number 9 spot, we have Diamond Mine Coaster, and despite it being a family coaster, it definitely packs a punch. With once you have boarded the mine train, and for the best experience, we would suggest the back of the car, you completing 2 laps consisting of a drop, airtime hill and a small helix, being sure to cause even the biggest of thrill seekers in the group to put their hands in the air. And so, when also taking into account the really awesome mining theming too, I would feel wrong not putting this ride on our top 10 list. Are you visiting Magic Springs on a hot Arkansas day? Well, if you said yes, then you must take a ride on our number 8 spot, Log Flume, as believe it or not by the name, this is the park's Log Flume ride, and from the moment you step aboard the log, you will instantly know that you are about to get soaked. And you will not be wrong, as with this ride featuring not only a small rapid water section around lots of scenery and rides, but in addition to this, a humongous plummet into the splash pool below, you will be left soaked for the rest of your day. For our number 7 spot on our top 10 list, things are somehow getting even wetter as we have Plummet Summet. And trust me when I say, if you have never done one of these super splashes before, then you are in for a treat, as even though the luau only lasts for around a minute, nothing beats that lift hill climb to the top, small turnaround section, and a whopping 50-foot drop into the water below that you will complete with up to 19 others. And so, especially if you manage to get that beloved back row experience, in my eyes, a trip to the park would be nowhere near complete without a ride. You can't have a theme park without a runaway mine train, and Magic Springs is no exception. As for our number 6 spot, we have Big Bad John, and ever since its debut in Six Flags St. Louis in 1971, before moving to Dollywood, followed by this park, it has always been a fan favourite, and for a good reason, as on this coaster not only will you complete many classic wooden steel drops, turns, helixes, tunnel sections and a whopping 3 lift hills, but you will do all of this within the woods, making it a great attraction for both adults and kids alike. Top 5, and coming in for this position, we are going to fly through the air on the Hawk, the park's cataclysm ride. And therefore, before we do begin to talk about the experience itself, with this ride being very common around the world, if you are visiting the park on a busy day, then we would suggest riding the more unique attractions first. Nevertheless, if you do get a chance to ride, you will definitely not be disappointed, with in a nutshell your gondola swinging both back and forth until you are completely flipping upside down, providing both an awful lot of hang time and an experience which, trust me when I say, will never ever be forgotten. If you are scared of heights, then skip to number 3. As for our number 4 spot, we have Brain Dead, and standing at a height of 13 stories in the air. Already I know that some of you are going to be like, no way Jose, yet it does not stop there, as once you are at this height, not only will you get an amazing view across the park as well as the surrounding area for what feels like an eternity, but you will also plummet back down to planet Earth in a matter of seconds, and you do not need to be a rocket scientist to know that this is absolutely petrifying. Here we are at the top 3 rides at the park, and for our number 3 spot we have Arkansas Twister, the ride that will make you scream, laugh and smile at the same time, and here is how. Now for starters, with it being the only wooden coaster in the state, already it should be a must do. However, it only gets better with as soon as you have boarded the car and climbed to the top of the lift hill, you completing many classic wooden drops, turns, as well as a lot, and I mean a lot, of airtime hills along its stunning wooden track, being sure to quite literally blow everybody away. Did you see what I did there? Between number 2 and 1 it was tough. However, after a lot of consideration, we have decided to put the Gauntlet at number 2. And wow, this ride may be a Vekoma SLC, but it sure is amazing. And from the moment you make it up that lift hill, you will instantly see why. For me, however, what makes this ride so great is the fact that whilst you complete the many elements, including a rollover, sidewinder and double inline twist at a speed of 50 miles per hour, your legs will be dangling. Yes, you heard me right, dangling. And therefore, with the great colour scheme too, in my eyes a trip to the park would be nowhere near complete without a ride. We have made it to the number 1 spot, and in my opinion for the best ride at the park, we have got no other than X Coaster. And where do I begin when talking about this ride? As if I was going to talk about every great part, we would literally be here all day. Yet to start from the beginning, as soon as you see this crazy looking 150-foot structure, you will immediately want to take a ride. And you should definitely do that, as words literally cannot describe how fun, but also rather mental, the upside down lift hill and sky loop are. And so, even though this ride is short, it definitely deserves the number 1 spot. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.